Killing time while we wait for our 2.5 Men spec script to sell. I'm Matt Strack. This is That Sports Show. All right, TSSers, if you hadn't noticed, the show has been on a hiatus for the last 2 months. Retooling was obviously required. Members of the production staff demanded time off to marry foreigners, and certain unnamed writers needed time to dry out at a ranch in northern New Mexico. It also seems that we've been missing out in a few key demos. Changes have been requested, fewer long-winded, self-indulgent jokes for one thing. Also, producer Rob, screaming from the window of his panel van, leveled another demand: more TNA. Plenty more. I wonder if the New York Post might be able to help out there.
If professional football and Victoria's Secret had a child, you might have something like the Lingerie Football League, which has its first game this Friday night. We're here at the Sovereign Center in Reading, Pennsylvania, where the New York Majesty is getting ready to face off against the Philadelphia Passion.
Women have been doing things for years that men say we can't do. This is just the next thing.
We play because we really love football, and this uniform just comes with the territory.
The New York Majesty is one of 10 teams in the new Lingerie Football League, but only the uniforms are dainty. These women play full tackle football, and they've got the bruises to prove it.
Oh, 2 graduate degrees, and here I am doing a story about women playing football in their underwear. I mean, that was footage the Post captured last October when something called the Lingerie Football League kicked off its inaugural season. Now, if you haven't yet been clued into this latest proof that the terrorists still haven't won, the Lingerie Football League is an indoor league that sees gals in their skivvies playing 7-on-7 tackle football games. The 10-team league is run out of West Hollywood by former blind date contestant and tanning enthusiast Mitch Mortaza. But these days it seems Commissioner Mortaza isn't just making faux pas with his eyewear. You know, because he's got those sunglasses on at night. You either have to be Bob Evans or a strip club DJ to pull off that look. Regardless, the good people at the Smoking Gun have gotten a hold of a cease and desist letter from Mortaza's attorneys to a group of his players, who were publicly complaining that the LFL hadn't been paying for their medical bills. These girls say that even though they're required to play in just shoulder pads and hip huggers, after games they're on their own to tend to their wounds, a la First Blood. What? There was a Rambo joke. You would have preferred a Roadhouse joke? We'd do a Roadhouse next take. But there's a flip side to this bruised up, scantily clad coin. After all, what was it that Mom always used to say? Oh yes, never go to work for an organization helmed by a man who could easily double as the Situation from Jersey Shore.
Because I'm at the gym for like an hour and a half. You know, I'm working on my fitness.
At least that was the adage that floated around our kitchen tables anyway. That's it for another episode of That Sports Show. As usual, be sure to find us on the web at thatsportshow.com. Until then, I'm Matt Strack. We'll see you next time.
I'd like to think I'm somewhat smooth. I'm outgoing, that I'm not shy, I'm real aggressive. I let them know how I'm feeling. I think I'm in pretty good shape. I interact well with people. I know how to play the game. I like a girl that carries herself well and but has a wild streak in her too. I'm not. I noticed I just wasn't someone that's into relationships.
Just need to find the right girl. You won't feel that way.
I'm finding the right girls every weekend, but it's